Okay, so a few hours ago, RUnext ended, and I saw lots of love, frustration, anger, sadness, everything. So I wanted to share my point of view about not everything, but almost, with ILLIT and RUnext the final episode, the 10th one. So, yeah, I hope you will enjoy this video, and let's go. I wanted to say that I'm not an English speaker, so my English will be like really approximatively right, but I'm really sorry about that. So first, the members are Yuna, Woni, Yongso, Minju, Iroha, and Moka. We have two Japanese girls and four Korean girls. Okay, so by the way, it's a global group. Okay, I know for lots of people, the global group has to include America, but America is not the center of the world, so it's a global group. It could have been more global since we had we had of course Japanese trainees, Korean trainees, but we had an American trainee, we had Thai trainees. So yes, of course the global group could have been more global. So okay, first I'm going to talk about the performances and the final songs. So I think both songs were fine. They were really fine. I really enjoyed. To be honest, with the ninth episode, I didn't really enjoy the Pride. Like Scrum was much better than Pride according to me. So yeah, I'm happy that this time both songs were in the same level, good and entertaining. So I think like we saw that like the concept of the future of ILLIT, the future girl group, no ILLIT, because like we are definitely going to have a teen summer concept because of aim high and scrum and a dark high school students vibe, with pride and desperate. So also I noticed, and lots of you noticed that too, that we had three members from the aim high team and three members from the sprite team. So yeah, coincidence? We don't know. We'll never, I guess. For the run performance, I was so sad that not all the girls performed the song. Like I was so excited about this performance, especially because like it's this song is good. It was sung by my favorite actress, so I was so excited about it, and suddenly it was just a no T10 performance. But in the same time, I'm like, maybe it's a privilege, the finalists performed the theme song. But I was kind of like, ugh. Even though we had a medley, I was like, it was a fun thing to do. I think I would have enjoyed this if we had the OT22 performance for Run. But still, it was cute performances, the medley, and it was like kissing. I think the whole final was a bit rushed. That's why it wasn't to me as emotional, but it was cute and it was fun. Yeah. Okay, so for the name, at first I was like, oh my gosh, what's this name? Like with everything, like I don't know how to call that in English, but the apostrophe and the bar and everything. I was like, and I thought it was like an interrogation mark also at the end when I saw. So I was like, what? All this punctuation? Like I was so confused. I was like, no, like why they did that? But finally, ILLIT sounds like elite, and I'll get into that later. But maybe it will be part of the concept elite ILLIT, so it's giving. It's kind of giving. I like it. I remember when Enhypen came, an engine came. Everybody was like, that's so bad. What is happening? And finally, Enhypen is one of the most iconic boy group name and K-pop name. So ILLIT would be fine. I kind of like ILLIT. Like it's giving. It's just the first time I was like, all this punctuation. What is this for? Like, ugh. So yeah, as I said, I think it will have a link with the concept of the girls. Okay, now the split of the votes between us and the Korean votes. Even though my top two picks debuted, um, like what is that? Like 70% and 30%. Like, what? This is so unfair because like we voted for a week, and in few minutes, like the Korean votes, like erased the 1 week vote system made by the global fans, and I was like, what? Look, I understand you have a lineup, but still, like, make it less obvious. Like, wow, my pick, almost all my picks debut. So, I wasn't sad about that, but I think about all the people who were aiming to see Jiwoo in the final lineup. She was ranked first, so they had a high expectation about her, and suddenly she's not in the lineup mainly because of that. It's just I can feel the disappointment, and I understand why people are so disappointed about that. So yeah, it was a bit ridiculous to be honest, but well, and I think that last week we were able to vote for six girls, and it was a bit unusual because everybody thought that it would be like the one pick system or two pick system for the final, and suddenly they went like, let's vote for six girls, and I really think that it was to save Mocha and Yuna in the lineup. I think, yeah, because I don't think they have a strong fan base, solo fans. So yeah, I think they wanted them in the lineup. That's why they choose the systems. Because I remember on Twitter, people were like, "What is happening? Why we can choose six girls? Like, what?" But I think that's why we were able to choose six girls. Um, Now the rankings. I understood nothing about the rankings. I understood that two girls like Wonnie and Youngso were the public picks, and I understood that. I understood. That the others were like the producer picks, but like I don't understand if Wonnie. This is more a question than me in the video talking about what I feel about that. But was Wonnie really first, or was she the first among the public picks? Like it was so unclear to me. It wasn't clear at all. It was messy. I was like, Wonnie's first, or is she like first in the Korean global rankings? Like I understood nothing. Like what? I understood really nothing. So yeah, is she first because they mixed the judges' points with the public points? I don't. Still, right now I'm confused, but my girl debuted, so I guess that's fine for me. So for the lineup, as I said earlier in this video, Won Youngso, Minju, Iroha, Mocha, and Yuna. So we had only six members. I was so disappointed. Like I was waiting for the MC to say, okay, let's add one more members, but she was speaking, speaking, and speaking, and I was like, wow, if this really happens, this is way too long. Like the girls are crying, they are like, they are shaky. Just say that Jimin is in the lineup, and nothing happened, and I was like, oh, it's real. I thought I was in a lucid dream. To be honest, I was so like, what, Jimin, where are you? Like, but I guess six, and in this video I'll explain later why it was six and not seven, according to me. Even though I was for a 7 member girl group. So why is it bittersweet? This lineup is bittersweet because Jimin is not here. Okay, um, okay. Lots of you guys will be like, and Jiwoo and Jonghyun and Imena. Like, okay, but to me, like, I kind of knew that Jiwoo wouldn't make it in the final lineup. She's an amazing vocalist, but I don't know. I felt like when I understood the split between the Korean votes and the global votes, I understood that she wouldn't be in since the producers ranked her so low in the latest, episodes. So I kind of knew that she wouldn't make it. For Jonghyun, I was kind of surprised that she wasn't higher in the Korean votes, but I wasn't shocked. I predicted her in my final lineup. Not my favorite one, but because I thought like since it was maybe liked by the producers and everything, but I wasn't 100% sure about that, and we saw that it didn't turns out like that. So I wasn't surprised, and Himena, I really think that she was there only to fill a blank. Like, sorry for Himena's fans, and I love Himena. She's so sweet and pretty, and she's a really strong contestant actually. But like I know that they put her in the final, like in the finalist to just secure other girls' position in the final lineup. He was here to not she to not threat other girls and to be like the finalist. She wasn't there to. She wasn't here to debut. Like in my honest and humble opinion. But with Jimin was number one in the last monthly evaluation before the show. She always performed so well. She was always like in the top six, and the final episodes we saw that she was in the top four of the Korean votes, which counted for 70% in the final vote. She was like fourth overall, if I remember well. So Jimin was like set to debut. Like for me, like when I saw people be like, "Oh my gosh, we cannot lose Jiwoo to Nugudam," I was like, "Well, guys, come on, like don't be over dramatic. Like Jiwoo's gonna debut, Jimin's gonna debut. Like, are you kidding me? Like, stop it." And when she was last with Yuna and Jiwoo and Jimin, and I was like, what is happening? Like, am I missing something? Did I miss something? Did they say it in the beginning that it will be a 8-member girl group, and I missed that? I didn't miss that. It's just that life is like that, I guess. So yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about the concept. Okay, I really think the concept will be like elite schoolgirls, with little bits of adventure, friendship, a summer thing, secret. I really think that it will be different with N-Ivan, but kinda similar with them. Like, I don't know how to explain that, but like, I think the concept will be kind of like that. I think the color palette will be like orange, blue, black, purple, and red. I think this will be like, you know, like that. And why six and not 7-member? Okay, I was like wondering why. Like six is a small group, seven it's beginning to be like an important group, even if it's not a big group, 7 girls. So I was like, why? And I looked on the internet and I searched the meaning. I researched the meaning for six, and six like it's giving. Six gives like a beautiful harmony and an almost aesthetic balance. So I think they wanted something aesthetic for the girls, as I said, with an elite concept, with the rich girls, elite girls. So I think that's why they went with 6 girls to be like elite girls, like just this small amount of people. I think that's why they did that. So now Hype's plans, because I saw lots of people being like, Hype is so stupid. They lost so many good trainees, so many famous trainees. Like they lost so many things. They are so stupid. What are they doing? Like I saw lots of things like that. But let's not forget that Hype and the Lift Labs are big names in this industry. Like because you are acting as if it was a strange agency or a small one who never had a girl group before, a boy group before. Like we are talking about the house Hype. Like we are not talking about another agency. We are talking about a Hype who has like under their roof BTS. Like they have T by T, they even like New Jeans, Le Seraphim, and more. So like don't be like it's like nobody, please, because so I was like, yes, even if some people are kind of stupid on the internet, like being like, "Oh, is Hype stupid?" and why they did that? Like, why they cut from the lineup Chanel, who is so famous internationally? Why they cut like Jimin or Jiwoo? Like, why? I was wondering. Like, okay, they fit less the concept than the current lineup, because when you look at the current lineup, they kind of give like rich girls vibe. Okay, I didn't notice that, but they give like elegant and sophisticated girls. Like they give that, they give this elite girls. So Okay, I kind of get why this lineup is like that, but Jimin gives that too. But I think it's because of the seventh thing and six things, and they at Yuna, they preferred Yuna more than Jimin. I don't know. So yeah, I was wondering that. So is Hype labeled stupid? Is Belief Lab stupid? Like, no, of course, no. Like, no. Just, but why? I think, like, because the aim of this girl group is Asia. Okay, some people are, well, like, on social networks, no, because all the American people will boycott this group. All the global fans will boycott this group. Oh, come on, baby. The survival wasn't that famous. Like, what are you talking about? Like, no. I think everybody say the same thing when Hypen debuted without K and without Danielle. And look at the Hypen right now. So no, like the fact that you are boycotting, quote unquote, boycotting this group is like ridiculous. We don't care, but still, okay. So I think it's the Asian market. Like they want to be this group to be what Treasure is for YG, like a strong group in Asia. Because like look, New Jeans, the Seraphim in the Hive, Baby Monster soon in YG, IVE, G-Idol, S-Bag, etc., etc. All these groups, all these girl groups, are aiming a global success. Okay, more a Western success at least. Um, so maybe they were like, okay, the market is oversaturated, so let's do something different. Let's do something that will be more appealing to the Asian public. Of course, it would appeal a global Western public. Oh, there's a spider. This is totally legit. Like this is business. At the end of the day, this is business. All you saw on RUnext was dream and glitters and friendship, but behind the scene, it's a market, it's a business, it's money over money. Like, so, yeah. Why they did RUnext? I think RUnext and survival shows in general are perfect ways to promote a group before debuting. Even if everybody is like, no, this lineup is so bad, etc., etc., people will look at them when they debut for good or less good reasons because people will be like, and now let's see how they do without Chanel, let's see how they do without Jiwoo. And it's an hype group, it's an hype group, so they will do well no matter what. They will do well and people will be into them. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So yeah, they get pretty big fans. I think that YG made a smart choice doing what they did with the last evaluation thing with Baby Monster because they did like a survival show but without being a survival show. So they had lots of pre-debut fans without having angry fans against them. You know, you got me. I don't know if you got me, but I wanted to talk about YG since I'm a YG stan. But I think YG was really smart in this way. Like Hyunsuk was smart in this way because like he had all the benefits of a survival show without the bad sides of it. Like that was smart. Okay, shout out to Yan Youngsuk because you are smart. Okay, so will this group flop? No, at all. I think they will be successful. Maybe they will have less fans than expected with a Chanel or a Jiwoo or, you know, in this lineup among the Western fans, but they will be famous. They will do great because they are from Hype and they are from Belief Lab, and even if Belief Lab is kind of messy as an agency, like they are the roof of an hype and they will do great. They are under hype, their fame is secured and their concept is secured, and I don't remember how his name is, but the CEO of um Big Hit will write songs for the girls. Everything is set for them to be. Everything is like looking good for them. I don't see something like disturb their success. So yes, I think in Asia they will have a strong fan base. No, lots of people following them, and that in internationally they have maybe a smaller fan base in the debut era, but a strong one and dedicated one. So yeah. So yes, this is the end of this video. I just